I'm Hunter Jones, pro surfer and filmmaker.
And I'm Lex Weinstein, surfer and environmental activist.
We're going on an epic road trip exploring iconic California surf towns.
Exploring the waves and people that make these towns so influential on global surf culture, past, present, and future.
And of course, tasting the best burritos along the way.
Welcome to Detour Surf Towns, presented by Hydro Flask. This is gorgeous.
Yeah, Malibu's rad.
It's so beautiful.
It is its own little bubble, and it's still a bit untouched in ways. And it has so many iconic waves up and down this stretch of land. And you have everything from Topanga to Malibu to Leo Carrillo. Do you spend a lot of time surfing Malibu yourself?
I do. Malibu actually held the #1 spot of my favorite wave for a long time. Like #1 top favorite wave in the world.
Wow.
Malibu is the traditional homelands of the Barbareño and Ventureño band of Mission Indians, who are one of several bands of the original Chumash people of this area. Malibu is the Anglicized version of the Chumash word Humaliwu, which in the Chumash language means the place where the surf sounds loudly. The Chumash people have been here for over 14,000 years and are still here stewarding the land alongside surfers, environmentalists, and others who care about our shared coastline.
The waves of Malibu were reportedly first ridden in 1927 by surfing innovator Tom Blake, having cruised up the coast from Santa Monica in a horse-drawn wagon, adding just the right touch of irony to the fact that the sands of Malibu is where modern surfing and the modern surfing lifestyle was born. First built by the Ringe family in 1929, the iconic Malibu Wall was initially designed to block access of their Vaquero Hill Beach estate from the newly constructed Roosevelt Highway, later known as PCH. Judged by the number of surfboards that have been leaned up against the wall since then, it's a safe bet to say that it didn't work. The Malibu Pier, first built in 1905, was extended to its current length of 780 feet in 1938. Depending on the sand flow and estuary configuration, Malibu actually consists of 3 separate lineups: first, second, and third point. However, its first point, with its long, uniform right slide, that's considered the real Malibu, having earned its reputation as surfing's first perfect wave. The City of Malibu's official parking regulations concerning recreational areas requires 1 space for every 5 horses on a property. However, Surfrider Beach has parking spaces for 90 cars. Measured by the city's standard for parking spaces per horse, this could explain the 400 surfers out on any decent south swell.
We met up with Kassia Meador, style queen, wetsuit designer, and all-around cosmic human to share her stoke for her home break of First Point Malibu.
First Point Malibu, it's kind of like the birthplace of longboarding culture. Gidget really helped to bring surfing all over the world. And she hung out here because it was such a rad spot, and really kind of brought that whole lifestyle aspect of like, everybody hanging on the beach, playing music, having a fire, going surfing. That kind of whole lifestyle, which was romanticized so well. And that's what really got me excited about surfing in general.
What would you say makes this so unique?
Where most waves blow out and kind of deteriorate after 11 a.m., Malibu more so than often gets better. So I think that that's super special. Predominantly, this is a break that likes Southern Hemisphere swells. Pretty much from April, May to October, November is when this place turns on.
There's so many different sections of this iconic point.
Tell us about some of your favorite parts to sit along the wave.
For new surfers, I would paddle out closer to the pier over here, and that way you're not going out through the middle of the break, and that way you can also sit on the side and just watch, Third point, a little bit more dynamic, because it's tighter, it's steeper, it's faster, there's lefts and right, there's air sections. And then you have second point, where it's kind of like that misto in-between world. But then first point is that wave that it's a little slower, and it's just perfect for riding longboards. First Point Malibu is really kind of like the premier point. It's the best part of the wave. We have a perfect wave here at Malibu. Whether it's 1 inch or 8 feet, it's like ruler edge.
Paradise.
It's paradise.
It's starting to look good. I say we get out there.
I mean, it's almost noon, the sun is overhead. It's just turning on here at Malibu.
Let's do it.
I typically ride a shortboard, but when it's knee-high at first point, you know I'm gonna steal one of Lex's logs for a few peelers.
First Point Malibu. Best board, longboard. Best swell direction, south-southwest. Best tide, medium. Best time of year, spring through fall. Crowd factor, high. Skill level, beginner to advanced. Hunter and I are on a quest to find the best post-surf burrito.
Scoring them on the burrito meter, a non-scientific and completely biased rating system based on our taste buds.
And what makes them happy.
There's only one place in Malibu you're legally allowed to get post-surf burritos, Country Kitchen.
2 words, tater tots.
Malibu Country Kitchen is classic. It's like the best spot for a burrito. One of my favorite things is that it's been there literally forever. And they put the tater tots inside the burrito. So that's
a huge plus.
Right?
Let's give it a go.
All right.
Another thing I love about this place, it excites your creativity because you really pick your own adventure. It's custom for those.
Custom burritos.
Totally.
So I got the chorizo and bacon breakfast burrito. The tater tots have taken it to the next level. This might be an 8.
Wow, that's your highest so far, I think.
My highest so far.
Wow, I definitely think it's highest so far for me too. The tots inside is just, it's magical. It's got avo, eggs, beans, rice, cheese, and tots. That's all you need in life. And the salsa verdes. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Kassia, what's your score?
So I went with beans, big bean fan. Tots, avocado, a little huevos, salsa. You know, Lex, I'm gonna kind of go with you. I'm giving it a 9.
Nice.
There's always room for improvement.
Always.
I don't throw 10s around lightly.
I'm grabbing tots.
Yeah,
Dude,
get in there.
your tot on. So if the tots inside aren't enough, you can tot it on the outside.
Yep. Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Kassia's love for Malibu isn't just focused on the wave itself, but the history of the surrounding area.
She hooked us up with a tour of the Adamson House, which sits right at the top of First Point and was a key contributor to the preservation of the wave.
Adamson House tour. Yeah, I mean, it's cool, you know, it's like this wall at Malibu is fully iconic, and now we're gonna see why.
Hey, Cass.
Eric.
Welcome to the Adamson House. Hey, Eric, I'm a docent here. A docent's a lot like a tour guide, but a bit more of an educator.
I'm excited to have the tour. I mean, this whole place, it's synonymous with Malibu, and a lot of people come and surf the wave, and they don't really realize that this is all here.
Excellent, let's do it.
Yeah, we'll follow you, man.
All right, come on through. So it's called the Adamson House, but the Ringe family are the ones who built the house. You know, the Ringes were as influential in LA with development as like the Sepulvedas and the Dohenis. They're the ones who built the pier around 1900. They owned all the land from basically from where Topanga is to Point Mugu, which is all of Malibu. Frederick Ringe, he was pro-development. However, when he saw this land here, he thought this needed to be unique, pristine, it needed to be protected. And so he did everything he could to keep the development from coming here. Yeah?
So he'd be stoked to know that this is protected still to this day.
Oh my goodness.
Sure.
Yeah.
Epic.
You think they knew that it was such an iconic wave at the time?
I think that definitely added to it.
It's so rad. And even too, just like thinking about like, this is what vibes me out. It's like there's this beautiful space, you know, the rest of everything else disappears. And that's kind of what like Malibu is. When you're in Malibu in general, everything else, like the busyness of the 405 and all the crazy stuff that's happening in town disappears. And you're in this like more well-kept, like different little universe. It's like really so special.
And foundationally, that's because of the Ringe family.
It's just such a trip that, like, how many people that surf Malibu actually take the time to come and explore the space?
Yeah, in order to truly love a place, you gotta know its history.
It was important for Hunter and I to celebrate the unsung heroes who have been uniquely influential on the local surf culture over the decades, the saltiest locals. We met up with Andy Lyon, lifelong Malibu resident and one of a handful of individuals who will never miss a good first point swell.
Hey,
What's
how's it
up,
going?
Andy?
good. Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Welcome
you.
to
Thanks for
Malibu.
coming.
Thank you. How long have you been surfing here?
Since I was about 6, grew up right over there, the other side, Malibu Colony.
What do you think makes Malibu so special? What is it to you that makes this place so unique?
I've been here my whole life, so it's sort of, you know, my dad surfed out here in the 50s, you know, the wave itself. I mean, look at it, it's Malibu, it's amazing wave. People don't know how good it used to be. Like in the 70s, 80s, it was just on fire out there. Nobody really came down shortboard at first point.
What
Now,
keeps you coming back to this wave every day?
when you get a good set wave at Malibu, there's nothing like it. I mean, I'm lucky I've been out here a long time and tend to get unimpeded, thoroughfare shots. But then again, you can be out there and, you know, swear the place off and want to just, you know, throw your board in the trash and just hang it up and start playing tennis or something. I'm like almost 59. I'm riding a proper shortboard against guys on longboard, so
How long have you known Kassia?
long time, right?
Dude, so long.
Long time.
I was like 14, 15, I think.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, I'm almost 40 now. Since I've been down here as a kid, like the best set waves and like the most style all the way from out the back, all the way in every time is Andy.
We want to award you this trophy for
Saltiest Local. There you go. That is so.
Hydro flask.
All right.
Hydrated.
I need the water to go with the saltiness.
Exactly.
This is like, for sure, like the best honor out here to be the saltiest local. Yeah, this is a long time coming.
epic.
This is a lifetime achievement award.
sure
It's
Being
a lifetime.
saltiest Malibu local. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. This one, I could just like
Well
tab
deserved.
this right on the hood of my car. or
Dude,
something.
that's ornamental for sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good to meet you, man. Thank you.
Surf culture can only be as strong as the community that builds it.
In looking forward, we wanted to recognize people and organizations that are striving to create a better world through surfing. We met up with the surf therapy team from A Walk on Water, where we were lucky enough to surf with one of their star athletes and shared some healing time in the water together. Tell me a little bit about how surfing acts as therapy.
I'm sure you guys both know, no matter what's going on land, when you get in the water and you're having like a good surf session, there's nothing else really matters in the world at that time. It's just like a long moment of silence for yourself. It doesn't matter where you come from, what language you speak, the ocean is therapy. Pretty awesome.
How does it feel like being a part of teaching and passing on your passions? Like, that's gotta be pretty fulfilling.
Yeah, it's super awesome. I mean, to see someone like Grace has been an athlete for what, like 4 or 5 years, and how much she's excelled.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
We love what we do. We love taking these incredible athletes out in the water surfing and introducing them to the ocean, and it's pretty magical. And for us to be able to share that with others, it's everything that we want to do.
Stoked to share some waves with you guys today.
Yeah, thanks for letting us share it with you
your time.
guys. Yeah.
thank you
I think we snaked both of you guys.
What an incredible day at Malibu. Getting to share waves with one of my all-time favorite surfers at my all-time favorite wave, not to mention watching Grace get the best rides of the day. Total heart explosion.
Today truly goes to show just how good of a wave First Point is. And I just might have to start riding a longboard more often.
The deep history of the spot and connection to the development of popular surf culture was super cool to learn as well.
Even on the smallest days, with the lowest expectations, you're bound to have fun with new and old friends. Next time on Detour Surf Towns, presented by Hydro Flask.
We head north to the wave-rich town of Santa Cruz, the birthplace of the modern surf wetsuit,
We check out iconic Steamer Lane with local ripper Noah Wegridge.
and learn about eco surfboards with shaper Ashley Lloyd. Just be delicate and graceful and all the things. It's just...
One more time, we're gonna pass the beer.
Sorry.
It's fine. All right.
Where are we going?
I don't know. What? One more time? Sorry, that just sounded so annoying. annoyed.
So triggered.
What? Matt, that was the meanest like you'll ever hear me. I can't even believe that came out of me. I'm like, oh my God. I'm sorry, Matt. I was just kidding.
You should be ashamed.